Hi, good morning. My name's Simon and I'm a member of the New Life Kids team, and it's a privilege to be able to bring you the kids slot this morning. Happy Mother's Day, all you mums who are watching. I hope you youngsters have been super kind and thoughtful to your mums already this morning. I pray that you'd have a great day all together, and I hope you youngsters are ready to spoil your mums rotten. I wonder, have you given a card yet? Have you found a present or anything like that to give your mum? I bought my mum a bar of chocolate. This is my mum's favourite type of chocolate, so I'm really looking forward to giving that to her later on. So shall we start with a prayer? Father God, we do thank you that you are the God of love, and that you sustain us in all things. And we thank you for our families, and we thank you this day. We thank you for our mums particularly. Thank you for everything that they do for us. We thank you for their amazing love for us, and we just pray today that it will be a special day for all those who are mums and look after their children. And we thank you this day. We thank you for this week, and we just pray your blessing on our time together this morning. Amen. And we're going to also do some singing now. So it's good. This is a time of worship, isn't it? So I thought we'd sing the song that Sophie and Bethany wrote a while ago. And I chose that because I thought that was a good song about God's everlasting love. And I thought it would be appropriate this morning. So I hope you can find some space to worship wherever you're watching this. Be active in your worship as well, and sing out loud.
Love went over the waters, making a place for his sons and his daughters. Before we were around, our Savior knew our ways. He loves us, and so we owe him all of our praise. Your love is an everlasting ocean, overflowing with faithfulness and devotion. Your love is an everlasting ocean, drowning me in love and setting me free, Jesus. Forgets me, lets me know that he cares. A king lasts forever, you can never wear him out, 'cause he's stronger than lions and bears, abundant with love that he will always share. Your love is an everlasting ocean, overflowing with faithfulness and devotion. Your love is an everlasting ocean, drowning me in love and setting me free, Jesus. Your love is an everlasting ocean, overflowing with faithfulness and devotion. Your love is an everlasting ocean, drowning me in love and setting me free, Jesus. Because your love is so high, because your love is so wide, because your love is deep, your love washes over me. Because your love is so high, because your love is so wide, because your love is deep, your love washes over me. Because your love is so high, because your love is so wide, because your love is deep, your love washes over me. Because your love is so high, because your love is so wide, because your love is deep, Your love is an everlasting ocean, overflowing with faithfulness and devotion. Your love is an everlasting ocean, drowning me in love and setting me free, Jesus.
So good. Yeah. Well, it's not as bad as it looks. I mean, there's a little bit left. Can you see that? Well, it's just, I like this chocolate too. I mean, I know my mum says it's her favourite and everything, but I love it. It's really good chocolate. Do you think my mum's going to mind? I mean, she has other chocolate, I suppose she can eat. My brother and sister, they might give her something nice for Mother's Day as well, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose it's not the best thing, is it? I mean, I was thinking about me, and I wasn't really thinking about my mum at all, to be honest. I wasn't even thinking about me, I was thinking about the chocolate. I've messed up, haven't I? So today's story is, well, it's a parable. It's one of Jesus's quite famous parables, actually. And it's about somebody who messes up. Let's see what happens, shall we?
Running away. Jesus told this story about a boy who ran away. Once upon a time, there was a boy and his dad. Now, one day the boy gets to thinking, maybe if I didn't have my dad around telling me what is good for me all the time, I'd be happier. He's spoiling my fun, he thinks. Does my dad really want me to be happy? Does my dad really love me? The son never thought of that before, but suddenly he doesn't know any more. So the son goes to his father and says, Dad, I'm better off without you. I can look after myself. Just give me my share of your money. His father's sad, but he won't force his boy to stay, so he gives his son what he wants. The son takes the money and goes on a long, long journey to a far-off country. And everything's wonderful and perfect for a while. He can go wherever he wants, do whatever he wants, be whoever he wants. He is the boss. He is free. Sometimes he gets a strange, hungry, homesick feeling inside his heart. But then he just eats more, or drinks more, or buys more clothes, or goes to more parties until it goes away. But soon his money runs out, and so do his friends. He ends up getting the only job he can find, feeding pigs. One day he is so hungry and so desperate, he even tries some piggy food. What am I doing? He says suddenly, as if he has woken from a nightmare. He spits, yuck, all of it, ick, out of his mouth. My father's rich, and here I am in a pigsty eating piggy food. He wipes his mouth and dusts himself off. I'm going home. As he starts for home, though, he begins to worry. Oh, Dad won't love me anymore. I've been too bad. He won't want me for his son anymore. So he practices his I'm sorry speech. All this time, what he doesn't know is that day after day his dad had been standing on his porch, straining his eyes, looking into the distance, waiting for his son to come home. He just can't stop loving him. He longs for the sound of his boy's voice. He can't be happy until he gets him back. The son is still a long way off, but his dad sees him coming. What will the dad do? Fold his arms and frown? Shout, "That'll teach you," and "Just you wait, young man"? No, that's not how this story goes. The dad leaps off the porch, races down the hill, through the gap, in the hedge, up the road. Before his son can even begin his "I'm sorry" speech, his dad runs to him, throws his arms around him, and can't stop kissing him. "Let's have a party," his dad shouts. "My boy's home. He ran away. I lost him. But now I have him back." Jesus told them, God is like the dad who couldn't stop loving his boy. And people are like the son who said, "Does my dad really want me to be happy?" Jesus told people this story to show them what God is like and to show people what they are like, so they could know however far they ran, however well they hid, however lost they were, it wouldn't matter, because God's children could never run too far or be too lost for God to find them.
Have you heard that story before? I expect you probably have. We've done it at New Life Kids before. You may know it as the lost son or the prodigal son, maybe. So it's a parable, which is an earthly story with a heavenly meaning. So, what was the heavenly meaning, do you think, this morning? You shout it out. You tell somebody next to you. Shall I read it again? Jesus told them, God is like the dad who couldn't stop loving his boy. And people are like the son who said, "Does my dad really want me to be happy?" Jesus told people this story to show them what God is like and to show people what they are like. So, what's God like from this story? Well, he's patient, like the Father. He's loving, like the Father was, wasn't he? And he's ready to forgive. But most of all, I think, God is loving. And we say that, don't we? We say, God is love. And there's another part of the story as well, isn't there? So Jesus told people this story to show people what they are like. So what was the son like? Well, I gave you an example, didn't I, earlier on when I was eating the chocolate. I was being selfish, wasn't I? And I was just thinking about myself. And that's definitely what the son was like. And he was doing things his own way. He thought he knew the best way was different, a different way. And he ran away, didn't he, to try that out. And then it all went wrong and he had to come back home again. And so that coming back home is about God telling us to come back to him, to come back into his presence. So that doesn't necessarily mean us going somewhere different. It's about how we think about our relationship with God and to want that relationship with him, to be with him, to talk to him, to pray, to sing, to enjoy his word. And that's what this story is about, isn't it? It's about wanting to come back to God and realising that actually we're not lost. There isn't a place we can go. There aren't things we can do that mean that God would ever say, "No, I'm not having you back," when we come back to him. He will accept us, but we have to come back to him, and we have to say sorry, of course, when we come back, don't we? So I love that. I love knowing that I'm loved by a God whose love never ends and who is ready and willing to forgive when I'm coming back to him. And I hope that's how you're feeling as well. I hope like that amazing news that we heard about Ethan making a commitment to follow Jesus when he made that commitment the other week. That's how it is. It's about deciding, I always want to be in your presence, Lord. And we love that, don't we? And that's worth celebrating, and it's something we can celebrate all together today. And I pray that in this week ahead, maybe you've been back at school for a few days, and maybe you've got school coming up again tomorrow. I pray that you would know that you're loved by a great big God. And we've got that example, haven't we, that God forgives us. And possibly in school time and in family time, there are times when we need to be practicing our forgiveness, aren't there? So I pray that this has been useful today. I pray that you're enjoying going through the Jesus Storybook Bible. And I pray that you'd have a blessed week this week. Do you know, I think I better get my mum a better Mother's Day present than some half-eaten chocolate, don't you? See you soon. And I forgot to say, do tune in for the service at 10:30 as well for more celebration of Mother's Day.